This is the story of Terry from Cass and his wobbly legs and of what came to pass. It all started one morning while going to work. His legs started to tingle, to tremble and jerk. He hadn't gone much further when he got a big fright as his right leg turned left and his left leg turned right. He fell to the ground and he started to shout, and luckily there were some people about. They rushed to the spot and one phoned the police as he laid there legs twitching like John Travolta in Grease. When the police arrived, one said, "What's this we've got? It looks like a hippie with its legs in a knot." Then they helped him get home and they put him to bed and they massaged his legs because they both had gone dead. About an hour later his doctor appeared, took one look at his legs and said, just as I feared, "I'm afraid, Mr. Holdsworth, I've bad news for you. Your right leg is knackered, your left one is too. But don't look too worried," he said with a smile. "We'll get them better, but it may take a while." He wrote something down, then he looked up and said, "We'll get you in hospital if they've got a spare bed." So he had his long haircut and he packed up his case and he set off to Harrogate with a very long face. As soon as he got there, they extracted some blood and he thought to himself, things don't look too good. Then they prodded him here and they prodded him there, and sometimes they hurt him, but they didn't care. Now after a month things were still a bit vague, but they'd rolled out malaria, housemaid's knee and the plague. I've got lost. Don't go away. Now for the commercials. While I think. Oh dear. Then his consultant told him, "It's all in your mind. Go and see a psychiatrist, the best you can find." So he made an appointment for the next day at 2. He arrived, they shook hands and said, "How do you do?" The psychiatrist said, "I will soon sort you out and get rid of your problems, of that I've no doubt." Then they talked for an hour and he made this fine speech: "You've a split personality, that'll be 10 guineas each." But Terry didn't like this and complained to his doc, who then sent him to Leeds to get over the shock. When they got him in Leeds, they did lots of new tests, till he was bloody pick sick of the white-coated pests. Then one Wednesday morning they came from the lab. They told him the news and he phoned for a cab, 'cause the doctors didn't know of a cure for his ills, and he'd had quite enough of blunt needles and pills. Is it going now? 'Cause he's had quite enough of blunt needles and pills. So he set off back home, feeling very depressed, to be stuck with those 2 dreaded letters, MS. But he stayed in the dumps only for a short while. Then he picked himself up and made efforts to smile. And when being attacked by a fit of the blues, he would think of the money he'd be saving in shoes. Many years have gone by since that fateful day, when most of the power in his legs went away, and at just 34 he was put out to grass. But he's tried lots of things to help make the time pass. First he started at a day centre, but found it was a bore, as the youngest of the others there was bloody 84. Then he tried to do a jigsaw, but he got quite mad with that, when the final piece was missing, a bit of Noddy's hat. Then he started going boozing, drinking whiskey, beer and gin, and not only staggered out of pubs, he also staggered in. And a really pleasant pastime he did at one time find, but he had to give it up because it was making him go blind. Then he came on all religious, and before he got in bed, he would put his hands together, shut his eyes and bow his head. But he isn't a believer now, in fact he's quite upset, because he's prayed for wicked women, but God hasn't sent one yet. Then he started helping mornings at the Citizens' Advice, and the people that he worked with were exceptionally nice. The only trouble was though, and it really was a shame, his clients were more baffled when they left than when they came. And now he just does nothing, and you'll see him round the town, sitting in the sunshine trying to turn brown. And in winter time he stays by the fire and watches lots of telly, but lack of exercise has given him a 38-inch belly. So there you have the story of this senile, knackered lad, and if it got a chuckle, then I know he will be glad, because if you think he's miserable, believe me it's a rumour, because the thing that keeps him going is his bloody sense of humour. The end. Where's Bob Monkhouse? Where is he?